So, very good day to you all. And today, Agripedia YouTube channel is going to talk with you about one of very demanding subject these days. That is augmented reality, and the virtual reality and augmented reality are one of special subject these days in talking on agricultural extension and advisory services. Today, we have found one of great expert in this subject. This is Dr. Naser Zamani. He's from Australia. I will share the websites of his founding website. This is the company. Their CretiviTek is one of leading solution provider related to the augmented and virtual reality. Today, Dr. Naser Zamani will talk with you about how we can use this augmented and virtual realities in agricultural extension and advisory service. I know he has more than 15 years experience in the field of extension, education, and research. So with this brief introduction about Dr. Naser Zamani as well as CretiviTek, I would like to invite Dr. Zamani to start his presentations about virtual reality.
Nice to meet you again. So thank you. I can start presenting now, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, great, thanks.
Yeah.
We are talking about augmented reality for agricultural extension and education today. So I just need to talk about this important topic today. If you could please just go to the next slide, thank you. Just a little bit talking about the descriptions. Augmented reality is when we enhance the real world with virtual elements. Then we have mixed reality and virtual reality. So the first thing is you need to know what is the difference between these topics and concepts. As I mentioned, augmented reality is the technology that helps you enrich and enhance the real world using virtual elements. Virtual reality is when you are in a completely virtual environment. And then we have mixed reality. Mixed reality is when we have virtual and real environment mix and interact with each other. So we are talking about a completely virtual environment when it is virtual reality, and the other actually part of this extended reality thing is augmented reality. You know, when we are talking about augmented reality, mixed reality, and virtual reality, we are talking about the extended reality in general. So when someone says what type of extended reality technology you are using for this project, for example, they are talking about virtual reality or mixed reality or augmented reality. So next slide, please. So why augmented reality has become a hot topic these days, and what we are talking about this technology in different industries, like agriculture, you know, in like different type of industries. The first reason is that augmented reality helps us enhance interactivity and increases the engagement. So you're turning every static experience to an interactive and engaging experience using this technology. The second reason is the digital enrichment of the print materials. For example, with augmented reality, you can bring every print material to life. So you're using less paper and you're giving more information to your target audience. Another reason why augmented reality has become a hot topic is the accessibility. So we can say every mobile user is a potential user of augmented reality. Then the other reason is the excitement and gamification that this technology brings to different industries. So you can gamify almost any experience using this technology. So when we are talking about, for example, agricultural extension or education, you can gamify it, and through gamification, you can increase the engagement and excite your audience, and through this you can increase the adoption of other kind of technologies or practices that you're talking about in agriculture. Another reason is this good mix of 5G, artificial intelligence, digital twins, IoT, and augmented reality. So augmented reality is a really good match for all these technologies. So when we are talking about artificial intelligence, you can use it with augmented reality to create amazing experiences for your target audience. For example, with artificial intelligence, we can increase the capabilities of object recognition, and then provide new types of experiences using augmented reality. So this mix of all these new technologies is really promising in different industries, and many big organizations are investing a lot of money to provide new solutions through the mix of augmented reality with other emerging technologies. Another reason is improved access to experts and remote collaboration. So with augmented reality, you can get help from remote experts. Anywhere you are, you can just bring them to the site, or just provide really good imaginary or like visual experience to experts who are like in remote areas, and help them understand the situation, and then help you to solve the problems. I think there was like maybe two more reasons. If we go back to the previous slide, please. I feel I missed. Yeah, here. Thank you. Just we have like 2 or 3 more reasons to talk about. Data generation for evaluation and monitoring. You know, for a long time we have had issues with monitoring, evaluation, and just like convincing the stakeholders in extension. So because in many cases we are talking about, oh, the knowledge of people through this extension has been increased, but you know, it's sometimes really hard to measure these changes, evaluate the changes in the attitudes of farmers or these kind of things. But with augmented reality, you are gathering a lot of information, like the number of opens, the number of times people are experiencing the augmented reality powered content. And this provides you with a lot of information to convince stakeholders, funders, and monitor the process and everything in extension activities. Then we have enhanced real-time data visualization. So imagine you're going to the farm, and you can just move your phone to the right or left and see some data on site, and this would be amazing. For example, you can see what kind of problems you have in different parts of the farm when you are on farm. So you don't need to go back to the office to see the things on your desktop. Everything could just pop up on the farm, and this is amazing. And the last one is multisensory immersive experiences. With augmented reality, you can just use different types of things like audio, video, different types of sensory to provide immersive experiences for your audience. And this is really amazing for the target audience and helps you to change what you want to change. Thank you. Next slide, please. Why augmented reality has become a hot topic again? We are just going through like some different types of terminology and explanations here. There is huge potential to make everything engaging, accessible, efficient, and sustainable. About sustainability, as I mentioned, we are using less paper and we are giving more information. So it's not like you're printing, like, I don't know, you're providing a 10-page print material for your audience. You're just putting everything maybe in just one page, but through augmented reality and mobile phone, they can see like a lot of information through audio, video, and many other things. We have seen rapid developments in hardware and software. So the mobile phones are these days almost like small PCs. So they have a lot of capabilities to provide immersive and high-end augmented reality experiences. And augmented reality development platforms are getting like more robust, more kind of easier to use, more affordable, and it makes creating and providing augmented reality experiences easier. Then we have another reason for the AR being a hot topic is this being mobile at its heart. I mean, compared to virtual reality, which usually is happening through headsets, with augmented reality, as I mentioned, every mobile user is a potential user of augmented reality. And this is great for agricultural extensionists because you cannot take headsets to like you cannot like buy many headsets, for example, for if you have a large number of audience, or sometimes they don't prefer to have anything on their faces. So just I know that the technology with virtual reality and mixed reality, I mean the headsets, they are also growing rapidly, and they are providing different types of experiences. That is amazing. But with mobile augmented reality, everything is happening through mobile phones. So it is really more accessible compared to some other kind of headset-based technologies. And it is more affordable. As I mentioned, they don't need to buy, or you don't need to buy headsets for them. And it is happening all through mobile phones, and the price of platforms and even the developers, the pricing is going down. And as I mentioned again before, it's a good fit for IoT, AI, and 5G, and they're helping each other to provide amazing experiences, and we can see many things coming to the market soon. Generally speaking, we have two types of augmented reality. The first type is marker-based, and the other type is markerless. Marker-based is when you need to scan an image, or just a marker, something like an image, to bring the experience to life. But with markerless, you don't need to use any trigger or marker, and augmented reality appears in front of the user. So with marker-based, we need a trigger or marker, but with markerless, we don't need any marker to provide or bring the augmented reality experience to life. With marker, for example, imagine you're using the image of a package. Let's say you're selling some, I don't know, food products, or some like farming products. So with marker-based experience, they need to use the mobile phone and scan the image on the package to bring it to life. That's the marker-based experience. Next slide, please. We have about the platforms. We have three types of platforms to provide augmented reality experiences. The first category we are talking about is mobile applications. With mobile applications, augmented reality users need to install the application on their mobile phones and then open the application and use the augmented reality experience. With web AR, they don't need to install any applications, and it's, for example, it's happening using a QR code, for example, or a link, and then it directs people to the experience. And with social media augmented reality experiences are provided through social media applications, for example, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. So these kind of social media platforms are providing, are having their own augmented reality development platforms. And with social media augmented reality, it is like, this is perfect for awareness purposes, for example. Mobile application-based augmented reality is great for providing high-end and complicated experiences. But for example, with social media AR, we have some size limitations, but the experience can be still really amazing. But we need to keep it in our mind that we have some size limitations about the experience that we are providing and creating for the target audience. So depending on the target audience and what we are aiming to achieve, we use between these three types of platforms. So we cannot say, for example, this platform is best for all purposes. Depending on the target audience, the content, and what the objectives, we need to make a decision about the augmented reality platform. So this is a good image I just presented about in the APEN conference. It is about augmented reality extension tools and methods. So because I've had like more than 15 years experience in agricultural extension. I was just thinking about the different ways we can use augmented reality or mix augmented reality with existing agricultural extension techniques and methods. And this is the result of all my like exploration and things. First, augmented reality prints materials. I know that in agricultural extension and education, we use a lot of like print materials to provide information. We can use augmented reality, as I mentioned before, to turn print materials from static one-way channels to two-way gamified interactive experiences. Then we are using less paper and we are giving more information in an interactive and engaging way. The second method is augmented reality demonstrations. You can provide really complicated scenarios or complicated subjects. You can provide them using augmented reality in 3D. Everything is becoming 3D these days because 3D experiences are more realistic, and they help the target audience to understand the situation better and in a more engaging way. So augmented reality is perfect for demonstrating, for example, new agricultural machinery or just like new kind of practices. And this is, for example, we have results demonstrations. We can show the results of practices in augmented reality, and we have methods demonstrations in agriculture extension. Again, we can use augmented reality to show how the process of things happening in a new, let's say, in a new way in agriculture or farming. Then we have augmented reality remote assistance. As I mentioned, with augmented reality, you can provide, you can help the expert who is remote, who is not on site, you can have them, and you can help them with mobile phone to see what exactly is happening on site, and they can just show you on your mobile phone how to, for example, fix tractors like engine, or help you do something on site from remote. Again, augmented reality collaboration platforms. You know, this kind of virtual environments these days is getting a lot of attention, and it is like a new type of experience and collaboration environment for many people, and particularly among young generation, it's getting really more attention, and they really love this kind of experiences. So we can collaborate in virtual environments using using virtual reality, or we can just add virtual elements to the real world and enhance the collaboration environment. Then we have social media augmented reality advertisements. Social media augmented reality advertisements are great for awareness purposes, or you can use them for other purposes as well. So as I mentioned, for example, you can create augmented reality experiences using Facebook or Meta's augmented reality development platform, and then use them for social media advertisements. Then we have contextual information. As I mentioned before, you can just go on site and you can see data or other types of virtual elements and information appearing around you on site. And this is amazing. As I mentioned, you on farm, you don't need to go back to the office, for example, to check your desktop, your PC. You can use your mobile phone or even maybe your headset and see the information just popping up around you, and walking around the farm and see what's happening in your farm. Another thing is augmented reality storytelling. Augmented reality provides amazing opportunities to tell stories in new way, and using 2D animations, videos, audio, 3D animations, through different media, and it just makes the storytelling experience amazing for your target audience. Then we have augmented reality gamified learning experiences. We have used this method for road safety education in Australia, and the result has been amazing. So with augmented reality, you can gamify everything. And this gamification, as you know, these days is being used for many purposes in education, in marketing, in branding, and for this augmented reality is a good fit for gamified experiences. Then we have augmented reality technology visualization. As I mentioned, like demonstrations that I talked about earlier. You can just enable your target audience to bring a 3D version of the technology you're talking about just in front of them, and interact with them, and capture photos, share photos with them, and just like learn about them. So it's like they're learning about new technologies in a new way, in an immersive way. And the last but not least is virtual extension agents, because I know that in many countries they have issues like with the number of cars, with the petrol prices, and sometimes you cannot be present and at some remote farms to talk about like what's happening in this farm, or sometimes you need to save money for this kind of things. Then virtual extension agents is a thing. They're using this for tourism and different in other industries, but we can use them in agriculture. It could be a virtual version of a real, for example, or avatar of a real extension agent, a local extension agent, or it could be a kind of kind of a realistic version of the person being used on site. Imagine your audience are going to a farm in a remote area. They scan the QR code. You as an extension agent just pop up from a print material or just a QR code and talking to them about what's happening on this farm and just educating them about this. So it really helps you save money and provide the information in remote areas in a new way. For example, here you can see an augmented reality powered banner being used by UN. They have used this experience for empowering purposes. Yeah, people just scan the image and see different things coming to life and interact with them and just listen to them, watch videos. This is another banner, augmented reality powered banner. We developed this experience for Yakult, Australia, the drink. So when people use their mobile phones and hold their mobile phones on this banner, they can see this character comes to life and they see how the Yakult product is helping their guts. So, you know, it's a really beautiful experience. It is like you are bringing this banner to life. You are not taking people to another website. It is like a normal, with a normal standard QR code. The QR code takes you to another website to give you information. But with this augmented reality powered banners, everything is happening on the banner. So it is not taking you to another website. You're holding your phone and you see these things happening on this banner. And it's kind of really a magical and new experience for your target audience. And again, another experience is this one. As I mentioned, they are using this on different materials or markers. Here you can see the silos. They have been painted like a mural type of experience, and then mobile users just use their mobile phones to scan the painting and see the history of farming in one of the areas. This is not our product. It has been produced by another augmented reality developer, but I just sharing this because it's about farming and again, a marker-based experience. Here is another experience, a 3D experience developed for one of the banks. People can just put a 3D version of this on the floor and see what kind of services this bank is providing for farmers or for agriculture. Then yeah, they can tap on different parts of this to listen to things and learn about the different services. Next slide, please. Thank you. Here is about contextual information. As I mentioned, you can go on site and see the things that you cannot see in real world. So everything, as I mentioned, you just use your mobile phone and you see information or virtual elements popping up in 2D or 3D, and you can hear and listen and see different information that you cannot see in the real life. And again, you don't need to if you are using augmented reality headset, you don't even need to hold your mobile phone. Everything is just in front of you, like appearing on the glasses. Next slide, please. This is the virtual extension agent I mentioned before. This is also, as I mentioned, this has been used in one of, not in Australia, but in another country. I don't remember the source of this, but they have used this to provide on-site information for farmers or visitors of this farm, and this virtual avatar coming to life, talking to people, interacting with them, and letting them know about what's happening on this place, for example. Yeah, this is, let's say, this is how we can use augmented reality and artificial intelligence to handle complicated problems in agriculture. There are many things happening in this area, the mix of artificial intelligence and augmented reality. And I believe we see many beautiful things coming to the market in the coming years, because I know that many big organizations are investing in these two technologies. Yeah, and for example, here you can just scan the leaf and you see, you can get like information about different parts of the leaf, or I don't know, about different types of fruits based on the color of the skin. This is kind of like digital twin experience. The images from Siemens. It's like in this experience, you can see a 3D model of a real building coming to life in front of you. And because they have used sensors, you can see, you can put this on the table and discuss about these, and you can see the data on this model. It is real-time data. So it is kind of, it is perfect for like for meetings, for just to convince funders, stakeholders about things, or just explain what's happening after their investment, or to convince them to invest more. This is about, this slide is about augmented reality, social media augmented reality ads, advertisements. As I mentioned, we have used this technology for road safety education for parents and children. And on the right-hand side, this is another project for, it's for a museum and the United Nations environment. They have used it. And then there is another one at the bottom of the page. You see again with UNEP, again about environments. Then in this slide, you can see one of the businesses just having this 3D technology demonstration coming to life through their brochures. It is like you are enabling farmers to see the machine in 3D. They can just tap and hear to listen about the explanation. They can interact, and depending on the budget size, you can just make many things happen. It is not just like a 3D version of the machine. You can add like interactivity to this experience and make it really educational and engaging experience for marketing purposes. This kind of experience is called augmented reality teleportation. It is like, it helps you enter a virtual world. It is like with the mobile phone, it is a door, for example. You can step inside the door, and then you can, with the mobile phone, you feel like you're in a completely virtual environment. This is good for, let's say, result demonstration in agriculture, or if you want to enable people to be immersed in a farm that has been in a farm where the farmers have used new type of technologies, or they have used a new type of practice in agriculture. You can enable them to inside the farm and use their mobile phones to see different parts of the farm. Thank you. Next slide, please. This is again another marker-based augmented reality. This has been used by many brands, and particularly, for example, in these two pictures, they have used it to enable consumers see who the farmers are behind the products. You just need to scan the image on the product, and then you can see farmer coming to life, talking to you, and you know, they're talking about where their farm is and how they are using the latest technologies and producing the healthier products. Thank you. And then, as I mentioned, augmented reality is also possible using headset. It is not just about mobile phone, but the experience is the same. I mean, it's still bringing virtual elements and information to the real world, and it is this is, for example, kind of a demonstration and collaboration experience here. Let's say you have listened to this video, and now you are convinced that, oh, this technology is amazing, let's use it. I'm just letting you know about 5 key considerations to like, sorry, 7 key things to consider when you're ready to enter your augmented reality journey, start your augmented reality journey. First of all, internet access. You know, if you're using online services, or you're using, for example, social media augmented reality or online applications, you need to have internet access. Or if you're using offline services, the farmer, for example, needs to install the application, and then they can use it in places there's no internet connection, but they need to install, for example, the application where they have access to the internet. Then second, you need to provide user instructions, you know, because the technology is still new for many people. So every augmented reality experience needs to have clear instructions. So I feel for many, because in agriculture, we are talking about mainly adults, not children. So the experience should be easy to understand. The easier it is, the better they can understand it and use it and enjoy it. As I mentioned, you'd better avoid high technology, complicated experiences. Number 4, engage the community in development and delivery. This is what we always do in agricultural extension. I know you know about this, the importance of this factor. And in augmented reality development, there is no, you know, I mean, it's the same. You need to engage the community from the start to create amazing and usable experiences for your target audience. You need to choose the right augmented reality platform. As I mentioned, we have social media AR, web AR, and app-based AR. You need to talk with experts to make a good decision what platform best works for what we want to do and for the target audience we are talking about. Then number 6, integrate with other methods and tools. As you know, in extension or in education, we don't have any one solution for all purposes. We are just using this technology to improve what we are offering to farmers or stakeholders in agriculture. Number 7, and the last one, is pilot test, evaluate, and improve the experience. So it's always good to start small, evaluate, and then improve it. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ranila, for everything. Hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I'm happy to answer if there are any questions.
Thank you very much, Dr. Naser Zamani, for your great presentation. Actually,
No.
yeah, we have a lot of clarification to clarify from your sides. But we would like to invite all the participants who joined with the YouTube channel. please comments our video and make questions from the Dr. Zamani, and he will answer the questions via our YouTube channel. So we will let them to comments there. So thank you very much, Dr. Zamani, joining with from Australia. So thank you very much.
No worries, no worries. Just feel free to just let me know if there are any questions, or just you can just, if there are any inquiries, just please feel free to approach to CretiviTek. We are happy to help. And sorry again for what happens at the start because of the technology issues. But thank you again for the opportunity. It was great meeting you, and hope the video helps your target audience in some way.
Of course. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
No worries.
Okay.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Cheers.
bye.